Molarity is expressed as capital M. Okay. And we find molarity by taking our number of moles and dividing it by the volume of our solution. One thing I want you to add to this equation, the unit for volume matters. Okay. The unit needs to be liters. Okay. So molarity is just moles of solute divided by liters of solution. And how many of you have noticed in class when we've used acids, I've written things like 1M HCl, or we've used like 3M HCl. Last week we used 9M HCl. How many of you have noticed this like taped onto our containers? So by just showing that molarity, it's just showing the actual concentration of the solution we're working with. Okay, a salt solution has a volume of 250 milliliters and contains 0.70 moles of NaCl. What is the molarity of this solution? Okay. All right, what's our equation for molarity? Okay, so molarity is number of moles over volume. Okay, what unit does volume have to be in? Okay, volume has to be in liters. We'll use two different methods to convert from milliliters to liters. Okay, so one method, there's 1,000 milliliters for every 1 liter. Okay. If you do not know that, should you write this conversion down? Mm-hmm. Okay, so one option, you can use dimensional analysis to convert. So you have 250 milliliters. There's 1,000 milliliters for every 1 liter. So how would you type that into your calculator? Okay. 250 divided by 1,000. Okay. There's another option, which is just moving the decimal place. Okay. If there's no decimal like written, where is it like implied to be? Okay. If you want to divide it by 1,000, how many places do you move the decimal? 3. Which direction? 1, 2, 3. Okay, it doesn't matter which technique you use. You can type it, divide it by 1,000 in your calculator, or you can move it 3 to the left. Either way, what's the volume in liters? Okay, you with me? So you have to get to 0.25 liters. Yes. Okay, so now we can just plug in. There's 0.70 moles over 0.250 liters. All right, so go ahead and type in your calculator 0.70 divided by 0.250. And what do you end up getting? 2.8. 2.8? 2.8. Okay, and then units don't cancel. So your unit for molarity is still moles per liter. Okay, this time we have a saline solution that contains 0.90 grams of sodium chloride per every 100 milliliters of solution. What's the molarity? So again, start with our equation. What is our equation for molarity? Okay, so number of moles over volume. Are you given number of moles? No. Okay, so you're not given number of moles. However, what are you given in this word problem? Grams. Okay, you're given grams. Do we know how to get from grams to moles? No. Yes. No. We do. Okay. I don't know. So can we convert from 0.90 grams of NaCl to moles? No. Yes. Okay, how do we get from grams to moles? Okay, molar mass. Will you please find the molar mass of NaCl? What's 22.99 plus 35.45? Okay, good. 58.44? All right, so now divide. What's 0.90 divided by 58.44? 0.015 moles. Okay. Do y'all agree? 0.015?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to plug this into the equation. So we have 0.015 moles. What's the volume of our solution? What's the volume? 100 what? Milliliters. What unit does volume need to be in? Liters. So what is that?
10? I don't know. Wait, hold on.
Move the decimal. How many places?
3.
3. So it becomes 0.100, really 0 liters. Okay, so what's 0.015 divided by 0.1000? 0.15. Okay, do y'all agree with 0.15? Oops. Okay, and then your unit is still moles per liter. Okay, last practice problem for the day. How many grams of solute are present in 1.5 liters of 0.20 molar Na2SO4? Okay. All right, so we always start with that molarity equation. So what's the molarity equation? What 2 letters do you divide?
N and V.
Okay, N over V. And what are you solving for?
You're solving for grams.
Okay, grams. Is grams part of this equation?
No.
Okay, so what are you going to have to solve for using this equation first?
Moles?
Moles. Okay, so first we're going to solve for moles, and then can we convert it to grams? Okay, so how do we get N by itself? What do you have to do with V? Okay, so we're going to multiply both sides by V. So number of moles is equal to molarity times volume. Okay. What's the molarity in this word problem? Okay, so 0.20. The big M is the same thing as moles per liter. I'm going to write it as moles per liter because I want you to see how units cancel. And then what's the volume? Okay, 1.5 liters. So liters will cancel, and we'll just be left with moles. So then what's 0.20 times 1.5?
It's 0.2.
0.2.
That, it didn't get the 1.5, y'all. That's not correct.
0.5. Whatever.
Hey Siri.
Siri's wrong today. So what is 0.20 times 1.5?
Siri said.
What are you getting?
0.3.
Okay, so we're getting 0.3 moles. Okay, are we done?
Yeah.
No. What's it asking for?
Grams.
Okay, let's talk about in reality. Hold on.
Reality.
Why do we have to go to grams? If you need 0.3 moles of Na2SO4, does the balance tell you when you get to 0.3 moles?
No.
Okay, what unit does the balance give you?
Grams.
Grams. So when we're in the solutions unit, it's almost always to grams. So we know we need 0.30 moles Na2SO4. How do we get to grams?
You multiply by moles of Na2SO4.
What do you have to multiply it by? Okay, molar mass. Will you please find the molar mass of Na2SO4?
The sword box I ate. So what?
That's okay. It's a chicken. Just don't eat it.
Look at it. It's a chicken. Do you see it?
Okay, what's the molar mass? Na2SO4.
It's a chicken.
Alex, what's the molar mass of Na2SO4?
The molar mass of Na2.
You just said to get out a calculator, or no, it's not periodic.
Y'all. Y'all.
always use that.
Technically, your calculator has to.
Say 22.99 plus 22.99 plus 32.07 plus
That's about
16
140.
times 4. Adam.
Just memorize all of this?
It's
Okay.
about that much.
Something don't matter.
It's about like 142 something.
141.8. Because I didn't want to do the decimal points.
No, it's
I
like
think I only
142.
did-
Can you guys like not do it? I want to do it, please. Yeah.
I only did the decimals in sodium.
I got 142.05.
Perfect.
I did.
Okay, now take that number, multiply it by 0.3 times 0.3. What do you get?
I got you, girl.
472.
42.615.
That's
Yeah, that's what I got.
42.6. Then finally sig figs. There's 2 sig figs and 0.3. So how many sig figs here? Okay, so what are we going to round that to? Okay, 43 grams Na2SO4.